Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Icons of Nursing. So today we will discuss NOSIT 2022 SIFT 2 Part B. Okay, so you will get Part A video link in the description box. Okay, so we'll continue with the question number 56. Okay, live vaccine is contraindicated in all conditions except, that is option A, asthma, diabetes, cystic fibrosis, allergy. So answer will be diabetes. Next question, most common side effect of IUCD contraceptive. So most common they have asked, option A, heart disease, thrombosis, bleeding, hypertension. So most common side effect for the IUCD contraceptive, that is bleeding. Okay. Next question, a female patient admitted in the hospital with 30% burn due to cylinder blast. Which complication of the burn is given, will be given the first priority? So option A, that is hypothermia, option B, hypovolemia, option C, infection. So answer will be hypovolemia. In case of burn, mainly we will see all the complications, but hypovolemia we will give the first priority because it may leads to the shock. So to prevent from the hypovolemic shock, so we will give the first priority to the hypovolemia, and others also complications will be seen, infection will be seen in the later stage. So next 59 question, that is, which of the following appropriate sign shows the progress of labor in the primary gravida? Option A, increased intensity of contraction, progressive dilation of cervix, rapid breathing, restlessness. Answer will be progressive dilation of cervix. Next question, preparium period is. Preparium period is option A, delivery of baby till 4 weeks postnatal, option B, delivery of baby till 6 weeks postnatal, option C, delivery of placenta till 4 weeks postnatal, option D, delivery of placenta till 6 weeks postnatal. So answer will be D. Okay, next here we will see all the 4 stages of the labor. Okay, so first stage is starts with the true pain, labor pain. Labor begins and ends with the full cervical dilation till the 10 centimeter of the cervix dilation. Okay, next stage, second stage, that is starts with the complete cervical dilation, that is 10 centimeter till the delivery of the fetus. Okay, third stage, after the fetus of the delivery, it starts from the delivery of the fetus till the delivery of the placenta, and fourth stage, that is delivery of the placenta till the 2 to 4 hours postpartum period. Okay, next question 61, a baby born of the diabetic mother shows normal Apgar score at 1 minute and 5 minutes. As we know that we have to check the Apgar score at 2 times, at 1 minute of birth and at 5 minutes of birth. So which symptoms will be seen in the baby of the diabetic mother? So here they are asking the symptoms in the baby. Okay, so option A, that is hyperglycemic, option B, hypoglycemic, C, increased bilirubin level, option D, hyperthermia. So answer will be hypoglycemic. So here we can see the rationale. As we know that baby is born from the diabetic mother, so mother is already having the diabetes. So after birth, baby is at high risk of the hypoglycemia shortly after birth and during the first few days of the life, because they are already producing an excess of insulin since the fetal life. As in the fetal life, baby is already in the womb of the diabetic mother. Okay, so diabetic mother, so already baby is producing the excess amount of insulin. So after birth, baby may leads to the hypoglycemic condition. So baby will show the hypoglycemic stage. Next question 62, symptoms of the severe dengue. So option A, abdominal pain, B, high fever, option C, vomiting, D, all of these. So we will see all the symptoms in the severe case of dengue. Other symptoms also we can see, like thrombocytopenia, bleeding tendency. This all we can see in the severe dengue. Next question 63, a 4-year child lying on the stretcher, suddenly child starts vomiting. Which position is provided by nurse? So option A, upright position, option B, Fowler's position, option C, lateral position, option D, Trendelenburg position. So answer will be lateral position. So nurse will provide the lateral position to prevent from the aspiration and prevent from the airway blockage. So next question 64, oil put in the water to kill which form of the bacteria? So we are putting the oil in the stagnant water, mainly stagnant water we are putting to kill which forms of the bacteria. Option A, larva only. Option B, pupae form. Option C, larva and pupae both. And option D, larva, pupae and adult form. So answer will be larva only. Okay. So generally we are adding a layer of oil or kerosene to the water to kill the mosquito larva, and it also prevents the female from the depositing egg. So here you can see the stages of the form of the mosquito over the layers of the water. So here you can see the egg raft. So initially the adult mosquito will release their egg form over the surface of water. So that will be, after maturation it will come into the larval stage. Next it will seen as a pupae form, and after pupae it will mature into the adult form. So here you can see the cycles of the adult mosquito. Next question they have asked regarding the sterilization method of the IV drip set. So they have given the images of the IV drip. So they have asked regarding the sterilization method. As we are sterilizing this IV drip set through the chemical disinfection also, but some of the gamma radiations also we are using to disinfect the IV set. Okay, so gamma radiation is commonly used for the sterilization of disposable medical equipments like such as syringe, needle, cannulas and IV set. Okay, next question, methods to assess the nutritional assessment in community level. Option A, mid upper arm circumference, MUAC. Option B, weight. C, height. D, weight for age. So answer will be weight for age. Generally weight for age is considering as the nutritional assessment at the community level. So through this parameters, weight for age, we will assess the degree of malnutrition, either first degree, second degree. So we can assess the nutritional assessment through the weight for age. Next question 67, best time for insertion of postpartum IUCD. So PP-IUCD best time insertion, that is, they have given some of the options but I have not got the proper option. So answer will be within 72 hours of postpartum period, that is considered as the best time for insertion of the postpartum IUCD. Next question 68, which of the following has the fastest action of administration, which route is preferred by the nurse? So here they have given 4 route. Option A, intramuscular, rectal, oral, sublingual. So among all these 4, sublingual will be considered as the fastest action of fastest route. So it will act fast and quick response it will give. So next question, that is 69. So they have asked regarding, they have given some questions. I have not got the proper options. Questions. So they have asked either PDCA full form, or they have asked regarding this cycle. So answer will be plan, do, check and act. Okay. Next question, which test is done to check the patency of the ulnar artery to puncture radial artery? So answer will be Allen test. Here you can see the images. So before performing the ABG, arterial blood gas procedure, so we have to check the patient's ulnar artery patency and to puncture the radial artery. So we will perform the Allen test before performing ABG. Okay. Next question they have asked regarding the absolute contraindication of IUCD. So absolute contraindication, that is pregnancy, PID, pelvic inflammatory disease or any type of sexually transmitted disease, puerperal sepsis, immediate post-septic abortion, severely distorted uterine cavity or any type of uterine anomalies or deformity like Didelphys, bicornuate, okay, unexplained vaginal bleeding, cervical or endometrial cancer, malignant trophoblastic disease, copper allergy and breast cancer. In these all conditions, the IUCD insertion is absolutely contraindicated. Okay. Next question 72. They have asked regarding the position used after the craniotomy surgery. I have not got the proper options here. So option A they have given 30-degree elevated head up. Next 90-degree elevated head up. Next question 73. International Nurses Day theme 2022. As although we have given the exam in the 2022, but they have asked regarding the theme of the 2021. So as we all know that we are celebrating International Nurses Day every year on the 12th May. Okay. So option A voice to lead nursing the world to the health. Option B, a voice to lead a vision for future healthcare. Option C, a voice to lead health for all. And option D, a voice to lead invest in nursing and respect rights to secure global health. So answer will be option B. Option B is the theme for the 2022. So here I have given the 4-year themes. This year theme of the Nurses Day, that is a voice to lead, invest in nursing and respect rights to secure global health. In 2022 the theme is a voice to lead, vision for future healthcare. Okay, and in 2020 the theme is nursing the world to health, and in 2019 a voice to lead, health for all. Okay, next we will move towards the question number 74. Which of the following parameters shows the respiratory acidosis? Here I have given the one questions regarding the AVG, as they have asked regarding the, they have given some of the scenario and they have asked which parameters is match with the respiratory acidosis. Just as an example I am giving. Okay, so here you can see, before solving this type of questions, please write all the normals finding. Okay, whatever the pH normal, that is 7.35 to 45, PCO2 35 to 45, and bicarbonate 22 to 28. So first if you will write the all the normals value, so you can easily solve this type of questions. So here you can see respiratory acidosis. So first we will see acidosis. So as we know that in acidosis pH will be less than 7.35. So here you can see option A and C, that is showing the alkalosis case. So pH is more than 7.45. So option A and C is already eliminated. So we will focus on the option B and D. So in the option B we can see that pH is less than 7.35, and these both conditions showing the acidosis case. Next we will see the PCO2 case. As we know that is respiratory acidosis. In respiratory acidosis, here you can see, in respiratory acidosis pH will be less and PCO2 will be high. So here you can see that option B 7.25, pH that is 7.25, that is less, and PCO2 that is showing 32 mm of Hg. So 32, that is considered as low. So but we have to choose the PCO2 with the high value. Okay, so option D, here you can see the PCO2 that is having the more than 45. So option D will be considered as the case for the respiratory acidosis. And we will also check the bicarbonate level, that is HCO3, that is 25 milliequivalent per liter, that is normal value. Okay, mainly in case of metabolic we will see the bicarbonate level, or in case of respiratory we will see the PCO2 value. Okay, next questions here 75, that is doctor's order to infuse. In exam you may got the different questions, just I am giving the example. Okay, 75, doctor's order infuse 500 ml of dextrose water over next 8 hours. Use a micro drip tubing. What is the drop per minute rate? So they have asked the fluid volume calculation. Okay, so as we know the formula for the fluid volume over time, that is volume into drip factor or drop factor by time in minute. So it will give the drops per minute. So here you can see the, they have given the 500 ml we have to infuse in the 8 hour. So drop per minute, volume will be 500 ml and drop will be, time will be 8 into 60. We have to convert the hour into minute. So 8 into 60, and drop factor for the micro drip we are using the 60. Okay, so answer will be 63 drops per minute. Okay, as we know that drop factor for micro set we are using 60, and for macro set we are using either 15 or 20. Okay, generally we are considering, in most of the cases we are considering 20 as the drop factor for the macro set, but it can be changed according to the leveled package. Okay, next question, one more question they have given from the macro drip. Okay, so a 400 ml of RL to infuse for 4 hours through macro drip. Here they have given the drop factor we will consider the drop factor. In case of macro drip, 20. So we have to calculate the drops per minute rate. So here again we will use the same formula for this macro or micro drip, only the drop factor will be changed. Okay, so drops per minute, that is 400 divided by, we have to convert the 4 hour into minute, so 4 into 60 into 20, so answer will be 34 drops per minute. Okay, next question they have asked regarding the drug calculation. Okay, I am giving just an example. So an order for the digoxin, okay, 0.5 mg IV daily is placed, and digoxin, that is we have available digoxin, that is 0.25 mg per ml. Okay, 1 ml contains 0.25 mg from the pharmacy. How much ml will we need to administer a 0.5 mg dose? As we know the formula for the desired dose calculation, that is D by H into Q, that is D, that is desired dose, whatever the doctor's order, okay, H, that is amount in hand or either we are getting from the pharmacy, and quantity, how much ml or volume, that is considered as Q. So D, that is 0.5 mg, H, that is 0.25 mg, and quantity, that is 1 ml. So dose we will give to the patient, that is 2 ml we will give. Okay, next some of the questions they have asked regarding the, from the English they have asked synonyms of the command, and some questions of the antonyms, synonyms, antonyms, and one question they have asked regarding the spelling correction or mistakes. Okay, and some of the questions they have asked regarding the maths, reasoning, so please go through that also. In this year they generally given 20 questions from the GK and aptitude and reasoning. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for participation. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe and comment whatever the feedback. Please give your valuable feedback, that is very helpful for us. So thank you so much. Thank you.